Bitcoin is at 30K and this makes me very excited. So let's just look at some chart, do some analysis and see what my plans are and what I'm seeing on the charts. If you guys enjoyed this video, this will be kind of like a new series and I'm trying to do this in one take so I can produce more of this type of content without going through editing and all the other stuff. Hopefully it all goes well, but if you like it, let me know. Stick around, give some love to the video, all the usual stuff, and I will be doing this pretty much. I will try to do them regularly, and I'll look also into some altcoins that I'm interested in, or general charts that I'm looking into, and find enough information to do obviously a video about. So yeah, that's gonna be it, and we can start with this annual chart of Bitcoin, which is a thing of beauty right now. As you can see, on the year we're up already 80%, which is phenomenal. After all the fears we had last year, to be honest, I wasn't expecting this much run, but I'm not gonna say it. It just makes me very happy, especially with the buys that I had throughout this year and last year. We're gonna discuss my positions in just a little bit, but if you look into this a little bit closer, the red arrows mark the years and the approximate months of the halvings of Bitcoin. And as you can see here, back in 2019, we had the same kind of year, which is before the halving, and we had a big run, a big green year, similar to what we're having right now. And from the top to the bottom of this week here, we were up around 300% on Bitcoin, which is insane, just the gains on this asset classes. I don't know how to describe, nothing like we've seen before. But as you can see, after that, the price corrected quite a bit and we closed like 90% in profit for the year. And after that, it followed the big run up and the parabolic move to the upside in the next couple of years. So I wouldn't be surprised if something similar happens like this one. I'm not sure if we're getting overextended here around 30K, and obviously we're going to look into the weekly and daily charts in just a bit, but definitely even if we continue higher, I do think we could see a correction and close somewhere in this range around 25K, 30K. If we definitely get another leg up, I think 25, 30K will be a realistic price for a retracement, but that will be still great. We will still be a lot up from the beginning of this year, and it will be a preparation for obviously the halving year that everyone's looking into, and the cycles of Bitcoin that for now have been playing out very well. Of course, this is not a guarantee, but we see that even through recession fears and all of this, through UK and not UK, but the US trying to ban crypto and having a war, China already banned it. So all of these factors are in play on this chart, and still you can see it's been acting very, very strongly. So this makes me very, very happy. So on the month, you can see we are having a third or fourth month in a row of green. Still, it's just the middle of the month, so this one could easily turn red, but for now it looks good. We have a clear breakout around 29, 30K. I mean, yeah, we just are out of the bear market for now, at least. And if we jump into the weekly chart, what I can show you here is just a confirmation of what we already saw on the higher time frames. But I want to focus here a bit more on this part. So we have this kind of an accumulation here in this area. So we had 3 weeks which were pretty much flat in a fixed range, which is completely normal after this big move up. You see this candle, weekly candle, was 26% up. So very normal price action to just have price consolidated. And for the good part is that obviously we're continuing to the upside, because this could have easily failed back into this lower range below 26K, 27K. And we might have retested this 24, 25K. What helped here was the positive CPI report that we had for April. Actually, it was for March, but announced in April. And definitely this is giving a little bit more fuel to this breakout, because we still don't have volume. We're going to look into this in just a bit, but still things look good and look quite bullish, to be honest. And if we look into similar pattern in the past, I don't really trust these patterns in the past, and nothing plays out exactly the same. but it's, you know, it's just cool to look at these. And if you can see right here, this was at the end of this accumulation range. And what's that? 2019. So even like the year before, the halving matches perfectly for this example. You see we had a big move up, a big week up. It was what a surprise, 26% up. So exactly the same percentages up like the one we already had on Bitcoin. And then look at this, we had 3 weeks with big wicks of consolidation here, and then a breakout week which looks exactly like the one we're having right now, and after that a sustained move to the upside. I don't think it will play exactly like this, obviously. To be honest, I'm a bit more skeptical, and we're going to discuss targets also in just a bit, but you just can see, you know, that looks very, very similar. Okay, so let's jump into a bit more detail analysis on the daily. And let me just turn on, yes, okay. So I have my drawings here, and these are pretty much the buys that I've had. Let's start from the capitulation here that we had. I think this was Luna's capitulation, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so initially I started buying somewhere around here. So this was around 20K. I thought it's gonna hold this support. We broke down and we retested it after a few weeks here of consolidation. And like a complete punk, I sold the bottom here at 19K because I don't remember, maybe it was a CPI report that was bad at that time, or the Fed hike or something. And I got freaked out of my position. And I was like, oh, we're going lower, I'm gonna buy lower. Really punk ass move, me trying to time the market. But I'm showing you this because not everything looks perfect. You know, many of my other entries look perfect on paper, but not always things play out this way. So just keep this in mind, guys. Nobody's perfect. Okay, so I sold the bottom here. Then I entered like a little bit of a short here that I managed to cash out here. And then wait. FTX collapse happened. I tried to break here, to buy here support around 18K, and then I averaged down with my lowest buy somewhere in the high 15K range. And then I didn't buy much more here. And then on the last washout here to 20K, I bought some more here. So pretty much I'm good. You know, with these buys here, I'm on average from here, I'm like 70% up. From this one is like 40% up. So my plan here is the following. We have established already a higher low here on this chart in this area. And if we break below this level of this breakout, I would consider this a false breakout. So let me just zoom in a little bit. So this area here, if we do something like this and confirm back below, so this will be probably the place that I will be closing out a lot of my Bitcoin holdings, just because you know, we can chop around here for a while in this area. Maybe we retest the lows. You know, there are all kinds of factors that can play out. But I'm just gonna take some profit here, and if there's another setup that shows up around 30K after, let's say, a week or two or months of consolidation, or if we get a nice setup to the downside, I might get back in around 25K. And you know, I will have good sleep, to be honest, and good profit. So you know, it'll be good. If we're planning to go higher, so if Bitcoin decides to melt some faces, the targets that are quite obvious in my opinion. First one is, so this higher range here around 32K, and the next one is probably somewhere around 37, I would say 35, 37, so these levels. And it is, as you can see here, with the latest fib move, we're going to use the fib extension too. So from this move here, from the bottom to the top and the retracement, you'll see that these line up quite well, not perfectly, but I would say quite well. So profit targets here around 32K and 36, 37K for me are reasonable. I'll probably be taking also a lot of profit in these areas, of course, depending on how price action looks. But yeah, this is looking good, guys. This is looking good. One thing that we need to point out is that we have very low volume. This is on Bitstamp, but if you look also into the Binance chart and Coinbase chart, all charts pretty much from March, pretty much we have very, very low volume. And usually that's not a great sign, but it's also not a terrible sign. So for now, it's okay. You know, it's not like it's going to fail, but it has high probability of failing when there's no volume. We'll see what's happened. I'm excited, I'm feeling good. And if you like this video, you know what to do, guys.